song, Manoji, from the Fifth Dimension album, in fact, got Stonebwoy a number of awards on the night at the TGMAs. And even before the award event, I mean, there was a lot of talk with, you know, especially the BIM fans, giving reasons as to why Stonebwoy had to win the overall Artiste of the Year. Very credible reasons, I must say. But of course, you know that there was also one faction that thought that someone else should have won. But I think that everyone was silenced on the night when eventually Stonebwoy was announced the winner of the Artist of the Year category. And not just that. In fact, if you look at the number of nominations he got, I've heard some people say that he should have even won more awards than the 6 that he actually picked up on the night. Well, we have an exclusive conversation with Stonebwoy, and we have BIM fans here. BIM Nation, what's up? Shall I make some noise? In fact, there are lots more than who you are seeing here, but just for the sake of TV, we had to just limit the number. There are a lot more of them who are in the dark across the set, and they're all here to support the BIM Nation president, One God. And I must say congratulations to Stonebwoy. Of course, we all know him as Livingston Eche Setekla. He was adjudged Artiste of the Year, but also took home 6 awards on the night. So apart from Artiste of the Year, he took home Album, EP of the Year for Fifth Dimension album. I was one of the people who attended the launch of Fifth Dimension, and I was so blown away by, you know, the quality of music, the kind of, you know, collaborations that he had on that song as well. And the fact that a lot of people, punditry, said that this album was focused on the rest of the world. I mean, Ghana in particular, but he also had an agenda, and I think that agenda worked specifically well. And so, Record of the Year, Manoji, featuring Angelique Kidjo, which is what she watched earlier. Songwriter of the Year for Manoji. Very interesting award, I must say. International Collaboration of the Year for Manoji, and Reggae Dancehall Artiste of the Year. Please, let's put our hands together for Stonebwoy. Good morning.
Good morning.
Charlie, how you doing?
I'm doing fine.
Yeah?
Thank God I'm fit.
Are you still, you're fit? I know you haven't been well for a while, but
Yeah.
thank God that you're better now.
Yeah.
Is it because the awards were too many, so it was sort of like, you know?
No, it's rather, I've been on the road so heavy, you know, like,
Yeah.
I'm one of the people that I get random messages and be like, does he even sleep?
Yeah.
I think I work so relentlessly that it's very obvious. Like, I get concerned, like people get concerned about if you sleep at all.
Yeah.
So I think that is what took a toll on me towards the end of the, towards the end of last month.
Yeah.
I was actually writing my exams. Actually organizing a show for them after I've completed school.
Yeah.
And then I had to jump right into rehearsals for the VGMAs and then come back on the VGMAs. I've been very busy. So I think that took a toll on me. Started my senior high school tour as well.
Yeah.
In conjunction with the activism of climate change and speaking to these kids about how it's very important to be knowledgeable about these things. And so it really took a toll on me. What kicked it in eventually was, you know, the cluster. There's so many people, and I think I'm very allergic to dust as well, and all those ones. So it just kicked in finally, and it
Charlie,
took some
you have
time.
worked, and congratulations.
So I'm very grateful, man. On the night,
well. Yeah.
not even nobody could tell.
Yeah, that you weren't well.
That's why I had that white thing. If you guys caught a
Yes.
picture that had me, the AC was entering. You know that I was, you know, I was actually taking my meds right there. The evening meds, I had to take it right there.
I heard that you're popping pills even, you know, at the auditorium as well. Unbelievable. But even the dedication to want to still attend
of course.
such an event, because someone would have said, but if you're not well, you could have allowed your team to go and represent
The thing is, I really have great respect for Ghana Music Awards. And it's obvious. Everybody can see the energies I put into it, because that is Ghana Music Awards. In as much as we want to grow out of our country in terms of height and enter into the Grammys or the Latin Awards or the BETs, etc., we have to understand that those awards are also local awards to the Americans.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's really important for us to harness ours so that our people, because without Ghana Music Awards, then what?
Exactly.
You know, so I wouldn't love to be at home if I have to be there. You know, even on days that I'm not performing, which was last year, I attended and I presented an award. You know, so I cherish it, to be honest.
Regardless of what happens, you still cherish
the
Ghana Music Awards.
Of course. It's Ghana Music Awards, as the name states.
Yeah.
And I'm a musician, so if I'm not getting involved, then I'm doing myself. I'm not doing anybody else.
Is it also because for a lot of people, they've said that if you really want to go out there, you also need to get that home credit, you know, and having an award locally, especially for you like this Artiste of the Year, that's what also puts you in conversations out there to get all the big nominations.
I want to rub it off on the home credit. Just keep it on the home credit and that's it. Because the awards is specifications. The credit is broad. You know, you have to be able to, you went out there to host a thing at Global Citizen. You didn't start your career over there. You have had to prove yourself worthy of every standard globally by harnessing and getting your credits from the ground. So I categorize that into being credit, not only the awards. So I have that mindset of making sure that you say you dance a yard before you dance abroad. You know, that's an adage.
Dance a yard before you dance abroad. That's deep, actually. Now, you got 13 nominations. So even way ahead of, you know, the awards night, everybody was excited because you were the highest nominee. I'm sure for you, you probably had an idea of which categories you're going to win. Were you expecting to win 6 or more?
Believe me, when the nominations came out and then we had that number of nominations, I was grateful. I was grateful because I was just like, I know I've done a lot of work. I'm still working. I'm work in progress. But when it came out and I was stopping and I'm like, okay, then that's what it is. That actually came to show me that the work that we're putting is actually, you know, so I was happy because I've never worked that hard, especially coupling it up with school. Believe me, it gets to points where I'm like, of course, I'm tough. So I just breathe it out and I'm on to the next one. So I was grateful that the fans are going to be very happy. And myself, I'm going to be grateful for being able to represent a people, you know, not only my core fans, but Ghana as a whole. And that was the result of it. The 13 nominations was a result. I think that's my highest nomination so far, coming from an artist like Stonebwoy, who has like a reggae dancehall background. Believe me, I'm not going to turn my back on the fact that I am a reggae dancehall artist coming in from the inception, and then I spread my wings to show the world that I am a talent, of course. You know, so that's a big achievement that I was grateful for. And to win, whichever came my way, I was going to be grateful, you know, because I've already been nominated. And I think that nominations, like I've always said, you guys can go back and play my tapes on awards. I've always noted and reiterated to people that, listen, to be nominated alone, because remember where we come from Ashaiman, the street of Ashaiman, where we love to do this and it's brought us up into nominations. So that alone should be well credible enough for you to respect an artist for that. Because when an artist is nominated for the Grammys, that alone is the standard. Because for you to be able to get through to the Grammys, you would have to go through the selection process where you become, you know, eligible for nomination. Even that process goes out there where you find out that top artists who have won it over and over and over also get involved by posting that, you know, which is a requirement, basically. So I pray that it gets to a point where Ghana Music Awards will be revered and respected so much so that even a nomination would make you know that you have worked so hard. Because out of so many artists, if you do get nomination in a category, especially the coveted Artist of the Year category, it should definitely give you some honor. You shouldn't, you shouldn't let anybody talk cheap on you, you know. So that's how I see the whole, you know. So winning it eventually is also like, of course, I had to win it.
Exactly. You know? Now, Artist of the Year, if we look at the categories, I'm sure if you were talking about which one to win, that was up the totem pole. Artist of the Year. There was a lot of talk, Stonebwoy. It was literally between you and King Promise. And I'm sure you heard from both factions, adducing evidence, facts, etc., to give reasons why you should have won or he should have won. When all that was happening, how were you taking that?
The conversations became very interesting around who should win. And it was tailored down to two artists, that is between Stonebwoy and King Promise. Meanwhile, at the point where I actually chanced into it properly, because remember I had only done my exams and done a week into the VGMA, so I would be hot, basically. You know what I'm saying? So, and also it's my final paper, so pieces here and there, project works, trust me. So I didn't really get into the convo proper. we were only doing our best as a team, you know, posting what we had to post, you know, the social media people were getting involved, and the fan base, tremendous work, like, you know, yes, and the fan base really took the mantle right from the scratch up until when I actually started paying attention. That's the last week to the VGMAs, and even during that period, I was supposed to be rehearsing and dealing with this flu that I've caught as well. What happened? I was like, everywhere is buzzing. Kim Promise, Stonebwoy, buzzing. One thing I felt was like, I wish that attention would be, you know, spread out across all the nominees. Because it wasn't only a Stonebwoy and a Kim Promise.
But Stonebwoy, you know this happens all the time.
Yes, I know, but that's why I'm speaking to it, you know, so that we, because this is my mentality, so I believe I can share that.
Yeah.
You know, I felt that, okay, if it's spread across all the 5 or 6 of us, then it will now become a thing of facts. You know, limiting it to 2 artists, which would definitely become the norm eventually, almost always takes away the fact that all these people have worked. And it's not only these 2 guys who have worked. You get that's what I'm saying. So in the heat of it, I was just feeling some way that, because I put myself in the shoes of, okay, what if I was not the one being out, what if Stonebwoy was not there?
In the top 2.
In the top 2.
Yeah.
That would be disheartening to be like, you guys, don't you think we all worked to be in that category?
But there are some who have worked more than others.
Yes, exactly.
And the fans determine. So if they decided that these are the 2 people that we've seen do the most work.
I don't think the fans determine the top 2 who should contend amongst themselves.
Who do you think determines?
Why I say that is that is not for the fans to determine. The fans are only supposed to propagate, project the works of their artists under the year of review.
Yeah.
That's what I think they determine. They don't, and then vote as well. And then loud it up so much so that people can really get to see the facts, not opinions. Because opinions are like noses, everybody has one. And opinions are not fact, opinions are not truth. It's just how you see what. That is why an organization like the VGMAs would have criteria set down both in front of house, both inside the board and the academy, so that now it is not a matter of I love you or I hate you or you're beautiful. It becomes a matter of what fits the boxes, aka the criteria that we have set. So when we look at it like that, I think conversation, although would end up becoming 2 people at the top, when we find some time to span it across, then you can know that, okay, I've been eliminated by fact.
Yeah.
You see, because it only just goes like bang, top 2 discussion, whereby then towards the latter part, people stop, then you feel like artists will feel like, okay, I did that. Then it breeds a little bit of resentment and then some sort of unhealthy competition, whereby, you know, we all know.
Did you feel that?
No, I didn't feel that because, listen to me, I've been here for some number of years and my thought process is different. How I see things is definitely different from how everybody sees it. That's why I hardly speak, that's why I hardly talk. You know, I love to listen and, you know, soak it in and analyze it the best way I can. But if I do, I want to use a Rotarian, you know, quote. I check if it's the fact. I check if it's the truth. I check if it's hurting somebody or not. You know, all these things before I make a move.
Well, the facts that your fans were putting out and pundits who were speaking on your behalf was the fact that you worked on a full album.
Yeah.
And you had very quality songs on there. They didn't understand why, for some reason, your album was being compared to an artist who had probably risen to the top with 1 or 2 songs in the year under review, even if he's a fantastic artist. Yeah. And so they didn't get why that comparison. Did you feel that way too?
The comparison is like opinions. Everybody can get up and feel like there are somebody's size. We see that every day. It's in our normal life. Somebody can go to be like, hey, you know me, hey, me, my father, only banking on the fact that his uncle was rich before. You know, we get that. It's a normal Ghanaian life. But that is because they believe in themselves so much. You know what I'm saying? But it is only somebody who would think it through a notch. Somebody who's an honest person, somebody who's a truthful person, a factual person, not an opinionated person, that will put down the clause, will put down, that's what I'm saying, if there was no criteria to it, then it becomes a booga booga street vibe, who uses the most tactics. But here lies the case, we are almost forgetting that there is a criteria to it, to how, who wins what qualifies to be nominated and selected. So whilst people were shouting around that I observed and probably pushing the narrative of how whatever should be, I think that they were not really looking at
The facts.
the fact and the criteria enough.
Okay.
You get, and in totality.
But they
So-
argued based on the criteria.
Of course, but that's what I'm saying. If you looked at it based on that same criteria, you will know where to argue, to what limit you should argue to.
What do you think won you Artiste of the Year?
What won me the Artist of the Year is because everything Portfolio said was true.
Which one exactly? Portfolio said a lot of things.
And those are
For
all the things.
a number of days.
Those are all the things. So I want the people to go look out so that they use this opportunity to check who he is, and it grows that community as well.
Is that why you bigged him up on stage?
Why shouldn't I big him up on stage? When I don't know this guy from Adam,
Oh, you don't?
who decides to actually speak truth to the industry, and I acknowledge it. Given this opportunity on TV, I know the whole world is watching. I am somebody who loves the truth. I was grown up in a disciplinarian home where I'll be caned for little to nothing a lie, and I'll be read the Bible. Is it in Revelation somewhere or something? He said, all liars shall find themselves in the lake of fire. So
Revelations what?
No,
New
I
nation.
think I think.
Support your
Look at it.
president
Look
at
at it.
this
Look at it. Yeah. So believe you me, I'm that person who thinks so through it before I lie.
So everybody else was lying if they weren't speaking for you?
No, but speaking for me, who am I? Speak for the fact.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying.
Okay.
And everybody lied eventually, since they didn't speak for me. So what did the end result give them, if you have to tailor it that way?
Ah, I see. Baba Sadiq is a very influential media person and an influential industry person. He thought it should have gone to Kim Promise. Were you disappointed? I know that you guys have had your relationship here and there, but were you disappointed that for someone as influential as him, like you said, he wasn't speaking to maybe the facts of the matter?
No, I wasn't disappointed. He believes that he is an opinionated person, and opinions are like gnosis. It's as simple as that. Everybody has
Everybody has it.
Exactly. And eventually, I think the results have taught him that he doesn't hold any water when it comes to the reality, and it stays as an opinion.
How so? This is another person who also hosts his own awards event, of course.
And the last time, what did he do?
What happened?
Check it out.
What happened? Let's talk about the album of the year. I mean, a lot of work went into it, and you could clearly see that Manoji won you a number of the awards, from international collaboration to songwriter of the year to record of the year, album EP of the year. Unbelievable. Tell us a bit about the
It's
work.
believable. What is unbelievable?
Oh, no, it's just a statement. Ah, you too. Like saying incredible, what is that? But tell us a bit about the work that went into that album, which won you all these awards.
I thank God for actually giving me the strength and my team the knowledge, the resources to be able to see the end result of the race for an album that we win, because I don't believe anybody gets results whilst writing your exams. It's after the exams that you will be told your result. And I think that's why I revere Ghana Music Awards, or awards basically, credible ones, or awards which have proven themselves to be credible. And this is the end result.
Yeah.
I'm actually grateful that it has won me the highest nomination ever in my career span in Ghana as a Ghanaian. And then all this album of the year is my first album of the year that I would have won. Songwriter of the year, and I had to say it on stage. So at a point, it felt like as a Rastas there. But meanwhile, we're still growing. Ghana Music Awards is only 25 years. As old as it may seem, we're still very young. You know what I'm saying? So, and I think categories are going to be added. So winning my first record of the year after all the songs that I believe I've written in this place. But one thing is, am I going to wait to be validated by the Ghana Music Awards to believe that I've written some amazing songs? No. That's why you never find me shouting about it anyhow.
Even though you
care,
think you should
even
have
though
won.
you care, but you have to constructively know how to put your opinions, your thoughts, your submissions across. So I'm happy that finally, eventually, more of songwritership is going to come to me because I am one of the, Stonebwoy is one of the good songwriters in this place, like factually.
No doubt about it. But Manoji is a big record.
It's a great record.
It's, I mean, you hear people talk about Manoji and you understand that, okay, this is a record that you really put a lot of work into.
We really did. That song was actually recorded before we recorded Legbagbe.
Okay.
That song is like it should be 6 to 6 years old. When I recorded, it was only Master Gazi played for me an instrumental. I was actually working on another song when I was about to leave the studio and he slid the beat, and I'm always used to that. I never saw. I keep going. So I'm like, leave it. I just did something on top of it and left it. Then we took time. From when I did that, I knew there was a guitar string. That guitar string, I could relate to that. So that's where the record started, and we did it. We left it. I put out a whole album, Angoga Junction, in 2020, no? 2020. So that's like 4 years ago. He didn't even make it for that one, so we left it. We knew there was something about it. I think him and I must have spoken. I said, this song needs a big feature, you know, which I see like Angelique Kidjo or something, so I left it.
Oh, you had said it then?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
Because I wanted to do like a very traditional kind of music. And then it grew from there. I got the opportunity to meet Angelique Kidjo via Denta, and we connected, and then I said I had something to work on. When I sent that to the to Angelique, she loved it immediately. At the time, it was not in the form that you guys are hearing it now.
Okay.
But she could relate, and then she went on to do her record. It came back to Ghana. Then him and I had to sit and bring out the fire out of it, and then Gazi did all the magic.
Nice.
But we finished the song too, and it was like, when I heard it, the last final, I'm like, nah. There's something missing on this song. So I said, okay, I think I need some horns on this song to bring it to life. And Gazi hits the most notorious horn.
And Gazi is here.
He's here. He can tell the rest of the story, how he brought the life out of the song, but I had contributed my own. Most of them I direct, they call you direct, I direct how the thing gotta go.
Yeah.
I'm like, da-da-da-da-da-da, but he reads my mind, you know. So.
I'll let him come in shortly, but for a lot of people who may not understand the lyrics in Manoji, because again, you won one songwriter of the year. Break it down for us. What were you really talking about?
It started by saying, Manoji lo, Manoji boko, boko nanamai. I'm gonna keep on keeping on.
Okay.
Slowly, that's how life goes. You know, because a child crawls before they walk.
Okay.
So I believe in that systematic, natural levels to rise to the heights. Then it goes to say, there's no helper, I don't have a helper, I don't have a savior.
Okay.
Where am I going to go to? Who am I going to go to for help? And there's an adage I said in there that
yeah, easy.
It's
Koklo what?
A ble is like the feather of a chicken or a cow, a fowl, sorry.
Okay.
He says, I'm in my room, but my feathers are outside. You know, literally. So that means that no matter what you do, nipa beka onwa sem. You know, like you could be thinking that you're cool, you're great, you've not hurt nobody, but then somebody is just like, oh, this one. I say, well, you also watch on swama, but was them will chrome. You know, then it continues to say, deka kwe.
Okay.
So he continued to say, deka kwe mano komano vuvum. It says, one by one, I'm gonna pick it up. There's another two that says that one cocoa full up a basket.
Yeah.
That's a Jamaican way I can say it. I remember that with like little drops of water make a mighty ocean, sort of. So I'll push it. Deka mano komano tutum mano vuvum. I'll be shaking it. I'll be pushing it. You know, the Bible still says that, you know, when your blessings come eventually. I don't want to go deep in there. Me, I'm a church.
I was even going to ask you to quote the Bible.
Like when you check, you see, I've forgotten the memory verse, the verses themselves. But I mean, I brought up on the Bible so much. So when I quote it, don't worry,
carry on.
So it says, your blessings come shaking together. You know, there's a in
running over.
Together, running over.
Okay,
so
that one.
That's how the blessings are gonna come. And then it goes back, and then the mama comes and says, "Enu kenyi towa, amere mata hoa show, am anoseserelo." When so yeah. So that says what belongs to you, nobody can take it away from you. You're gonna be strong. and do hard work.
Were you talking to yourself in that song?
Yeah, I've always written inspirational songs. It's the same one who said, hustling from Choco to Mamprobi. You know, I've had all that inspirational songs.
Tough Seed, yeah.
From Tough Seed, all them
Yeah.
One Day Hero, you know, and so I've loved to inspire because, like I say, if I don't sing songs that will uplift people, songs that will spread love and tenacity and etc., then I don't know what I'll be singing about, you know.
I mean,
so
this
that's
is
just what the
beautiful.
song is about. It's Manoji, I'll keep on keeping on, basically. And
Manojilo.
I believe that
Deka, mele throw over to AJ. AJ, mele conduct the interview in Manoji language. But Mix Master Ghazi is here with AJ,
Yes,
so we're going to hear that story.
Celebrated music engineer, producer, the man behind some of Stonebwoy's timeless hits, and the one who won for Audio Engineer of the Year 2024 for the hit song Manoji. Mix Master Ghazi. Yeah. Now let's start off with the horns, as Stonebwoy ended off with. How did you create that? What inspired it? How did you know the sequence and what to do?
So, you know, it's a great record. So definitely, as Stonebwoy was saying, you know, the record was recorded like 6 years now, and then we finished the whole record.
Yeah.
And I wanted to submit it for the album, but Stone said, no, as usual, there should be something on, something crazy. I said, okay, let me just sit down. I think I was in Belgium then when you called.
Okay.
And I sat in my room and I just opened the computer and I was just trying to create something up because we already did a magic on Legbagbe, which has something like that. So we felt like, you know, we have a connection on when it comes to songs like this, and it's spiritual. And then looking at where we are coming from, because I'm also an airway, so looking at where we are coming from,
The song
you know, the elements of our culture, you know, has to speak in that. Because so I sat down and I started creating that vibe. So, you know, I played a couple of them, trying to come up with something, and I got the right one. And I sent it to Stone. So that day he even tweeted like, yo, there's something crazy, there's horns. But people didn't really understand what was going on.
Right.
So until today, you know, we knew that it was a big record and it's going to do magic for us.
Now, what is your creative process like? How do you get into the groove to start off a new song?
Me, actually, it depends, you know, at times. Depends on the feelings or the things around us. At times we see things and then we try to put them into existence. Like, you know, we can be walking on the streets, we can be seeing what people are going through, or you can just see somebody, you know, vibing on something. It's okay, something like this with this tempo can work. So mostly I work with things around, things that is going around me, you know, to create magic.
Now, talking of creating magic, you created magic for so many different artists. From like 2014, 2015, thereabouts all the way through. That's when you officially started putting out massive hits for us to know and recognize you.
Pull Up was like 2011 or 2012.
Oh,
so
really?
That was
even earlier. And you've worked with everyone in the game, but who would you consider your favorite artist to work with? And I'm going to put you on the spot there. I'm assuming that you may say Stonebwoy, but no. Who do you find that kind of connection with and is effortless?
Yeah, so as you say, Stonebwoy is number one, as usual. Because you know, as we all started from way back, you know, from that Shama Thelma thing, and trust me, we all went to the same school.
Did you?
Thelma Methodist Day.
Okay.
And I think on that night, you know, big ups Thelma Methodist Secondary School. That night, Sarkodie is from Thelma Methodist, and he also won an award. So, you know, my dads are doing great in there, and so Eno is from Thelma.
Yes.
So we're doing great. Stage A.
Okay, all right. Clearly,
so
the school breeds talent.
Yeah, so it's been great. So, you know, we connected way back from, you know, when we all started from the, you know, from the street. You know, we meet at studios, we talk, you know, and even with that song Pull Up, we at the studio said, oh, Sto, let's do something. Sto said, okay, let's do some freestyle. So I was just playing the piano, and it was like freestyling. So that's where the song starts with, you know, with pianos and everything, and then
and then it starts. Okay, so
yes,
that's
two different tempos, like, so with the piano thing started, and A, DJ, Pull Up, and it entered. So, you know, we have had that connection from way back, and, you know, almost all his projects have been on, you know, either produced or either mixing and mastering or finishing the album and everything. So we have that connection, and it's been cool, you know, and we've worked from several angles, like from the home, when we travel, some of the records that we did, we did it in the studio. Like we might meet in like an apartment or a hotel, and then we just knock that
and
hit.
then makes it happen.
Yeah. So
what are the 2 things or 3 things you have to personally do before you start off a hit record or any record?
Me, I don't. That's what I say. I don't really do anything. I think it just moved me with things to me. When I feel like, okay, this is, or sometimes I can just wake up and say, today I have to play something. This beat I have to play, I have to give it to this artist or that artist, and then that is it.
And you know exactly what it is. And then the spirit just comes through.
Exactly.
But speaking of the industry and dealing with artists, what are some of the challenges being an audio engineer, record producer in the Ghanaian music industry?
Yeah, with the challenges, I think really it's not really from the artist, it's just from the industry, because, you know, as a producer, when I work with an artist, there's some sort of agreement and things that we all need to go through. But basically, they also didn't experience that when they are also coming up. So it is the whole system that we need to make sure that the system works. So when it becomes difficult, but it only happens when you as a producer understand that, okay, it is not really from the artist, but it's from the system. So you try your best to adjust with the system. So I've been one of the favorite producers that every artist can, you know, work with, because I make sure that I understand everybody's, you know, situation at that time.
Yeah, I love that. Would you ever consider putting out your own hit records as Mix Master Ghazi on your own?
I have a record with Stone, which is wild. We dropped it around 2015, 17.
Yeah. Would you consider bringing that back?
Yeah,
doing that vibe?
Yeah, I'll consider that. I already have songs that have been recorded, but, you know, I think this year will be great. I need to put something out.
Okay.
And then also look out for some new talent on the records.
Aha. So how do you search for new talent? Maybe someone's at home who really wants to work with you.
Yeah, at times before I try to pick up with a talent, I think I need to have an encounter with you and, I mean, go through some, you know, grooming processes to feel, to also direct you with something. And through that direction, I might really fall in love to maybe work with you, because when you don't have those directions, it's difficult. So, because the talent is just like 1% of it. You know, what comes around it is the whole work. The 99 is where the behavior of the person, the character, because we've been here that we've supported artists that at the end of the day, nothing came up. So I think it's time that when we have that talent, we put them into grooming and, you know, advise them and counsel it for them to understand the process of how this thing is done. So,
like that.
yeah, you know, if you're an artist, then you will be able to hold on to those processes, then I think you'll be good to work with me.
Okay, I love that. Now, let's talk about the night. Audio Engineer of the Year 2024 for Mano G. How was it like when your name was announced? Tell me about that moment.
Yeah, so I was just waiting for that announcement.
Yeah.
For that category.
So you knew that you had gotten it?
No,
at
you
that
know,
point?
I was having like, positive, like
Okay.
90%, because I know that this is a record. Because when I looked to the category, there was 1 or 2 that I think, okay, this is a record too. But, you know, when they say a record, how the record is doing and how it was created. And, you know, the whole thing about the record, you know, from it being on an album, it having an international, and it won like the international collaboration. So I know that, you know, this is a record.
Yes.
So I was even at the backstage, you know, trying to help one of the artists to, you know, come on stage. And then I just heard the news, what? So I even came from the backstage to the stage. I was like, yo, you know, it's been a pleasure, because, you know, we've been here for some times, and then when the work speaks for itself, we just need to accept that.
Absolutely. Finally, you said 2024 is your year.
Yes.
What big plans are we expecting from Mix Master Ghazi?
I think this year I need to put some few artists together. You know, there are some artists that I'm looking forward to push them through. And also my own project, as you were asking, to put some of my project out. So the people should just watch out. You know, I'll announce them soon on my platforms and see those artists. And, you know, I'll need your support to push us out.
In fact, me and Bella will do more. We appear on the songs. Like, I think, maybe dancing. We will do.
No, I think Bella will be in
Are
the
you
choir.
singing?
Yes, next year I'm competing with Stonebwoy for Artiste.
Hey, come on.
Oh my word.
But yes.
No, that was an interesting conversation. Let me throw it to the Beam fans before I come to Stonebwoy. Now, I mean, it's incredible that you guys support Stonebwoy this much. I guess you have the microphone. When his name was announced as Artiste of the Year, or for any of the other categories, how did you feel? Were you in the auditorium first of all?
Yes, I was there.
Oh, you were there? Hey, how many of you were there? All of you were there? No. Oh, I see. Nice. Charlie, how did you feel?
I wasn't surprised, honestly. Like, I've been here. Even a day before the award, I was on set here.
Yeah.
To also tell the world that, look, man has worked hard. And with the fans on the ground, we know the works, you understand? So I wasn't perturbed. I was just waiting for that moment where he will be announced to go for the plaque. You understand? So I wasn't really surprised because we have worked hard. And looking at other categories like Afrobeat Song of the Year, Lico was there, Collaboration of the Year. You know, this is an artist that has impacted other acts.
Yeah.
So for us as fans, we were not there to make noise. We were just there to make a statement. Oh, yes, yes.
Ah, okay. Okay, maybe someone else would want to speak as well. Let me just find out from you what you mean. In fact, the performance on the night, it was adjudged for a lot of people the best performance on the night. Again, I'm sure you weren't surprised. But tell me a bit about how you felt watching your Beam Nation president on stage doing his thing.
Okay, so actually, like, it's something that it wasn't, it doesn't come as a surprise to me in particular, because when you look at the works put in by our president, yes, you know, you could feel it within you, because the day that we came here, we already know that we are taking everything. Yes. Yeah. So me, I even predict 10 out of 13.
Oh, you predicted 10?
Yeah.
So you are disappointed you didn't get 10?
Exactly.
Hey.
But yes, say boom. Yeah, man. So yeah, so in all, we appreciate our president. We are happy he won it.
Okay.
Yes. So at the Artist of the Year, me like this.
You couldn't be bothered. You were sleeping.
I wasn't surprised because already I was ever ready to jump on the yes. You could ask my brothers and sisters.
Jump on the stage.
Yeah, I even want to go there before he
hey.
Yes. Because, yeah. But you know, we are happy and we thank Ghana Music for at least acknowledging our efforts and always putting our president like at least yes, he deserves it.
Yeah.
And I'm saying this thing again. Next year, we are coming back stronger.
Hey!
Yes.
Oh, you want to say something?
I want to add...
I'll let you come in.
I want to add a follow-up. It's 25 years. I think this year has been the year that we actually define the criteria of all the categories. Previous years, like, it's just a noise, this person deserves it. This year, we actually paid attention to the definition of each of the categories.
Wow.
And we did that.
Okay.
Because we wanted to have an intellectual discussions, not just making
noise.
Yes. So we put the award scheme to the floor, like, yo, this is your definition of whatever. So if you do something, then probably you do not follow your own principles. And I think that this is the year that they have also done due diligence and respected the laid down procedures. And I think that going forward, we should maintain that.
Okay.
We have set a certain precedence, and I think that they should follow that. So that next year, when we come back and Stone has 8 nominations, being the topmost nominations, and then he qualifies per the criteria definitions, he should get it.
How many awards did you predict for the night?
I was just ready for the Artist of the Year. That was what we wanted, and we had it.
All right, I'll let you speak before I bring Stonebwoy in. Okay, use the other one,
Bella, I just want to say something. You see how we have Madrid in football.
Yes.
You can't just say anything. They are the best. That's our Stonebwoy is.
Thank you.
He's the best in the music industry.
So if you have to choose Messi or Ronaldo, which one is Stonebwoy?
Messi. There is no need for you to argue.
There's no need.
There's no need. Stonebwoy is the best in Ghana music industry. Real Madrid is about. That's all.
It's your year. Charlie, the way your fans support you is so beautiful. You're hearing them talk. In fact, they expected 10, you know, and then you got 6. But the fact that they took their time, went through all the category definitions to make their points.
See, the thing is, if anybody doesn't understand these beautiful people who are here and how they are churning out their heart, then I think you are thinking below standards. Let me tell you, we are all servants of music. We are all, I do the music, they consume the music, and we consume it back eventually. So I do not stand, excuse me, any special, I do not have any special place. But me and them and I, together, is beautiful.
Yeah.
What I really want to break down is that they're not really, it's not me, it's the music, it's what is inside of me and what is inside of them. It's just like the Bluetooth, it connect. You understand? If you know connect, it's just like, you see, and I just want to send this across that it is all right, it is very okay to love creativity and love an artist this much.
Yeah.
And I know it is not just them to me. There are other people who love, for instance, they love the King Promises, they love the Shatta Wales, they love the Kwame Eugenes, they love them die hard. It is very all right because it is who feeds you. Like, you can only relate to who feeds you.
Yeah.
And they believe that for the quality that we are, it's just like fine dining, it's just like first class and economy. The definition is clear. So they know what type of class they're dealing with. And they should be allowed.
But, you know, another person who's like your biggest supporter, your biggest help is Dr. Louisa Setekla.
Of course.
And even after you won the award, she even came out detailed. She said, I often get asked if Stonebwoy even gets to sleep in his own bed at home because of how hard everyone sees him work. His work ethic is truly extraordinary, and it's no surprise that it's paying off in so many ways. Tell me a bit about this support you're getting from probably the most important woman in your life right now.
I think she poured her heart out, and it is self-explanatory, and I'm really grateful for that, because in certain instances, she would have shied away from the fact that, and I understand the society the society in which we live, and she would be shy that Bekasa. Some people, seeing you love somebody, Krano, they say, I don't know, done sir. And I'm like, hey, obi no kuto odono si odido obia. Dear na ya odi a wo say adentina odoni fanesa. You know, we live in such a society. So for people to have the confidence to be able to express love towards an artist, I know why I'm saying it this way so that we understand that we're dealing it from the artist perspective. My wife is a big fan of Stonebwoy. I think she's been listening to Stonebwoy before she ever met Stonebwoy. So to be able to keep that going, and then keep other relationships that she has with the Stonebwoy, being a mother, being a wife, you know, is very laudable. It's something that should be emulated because she doesn't cross both. You know, that way we're able to make constructive decisions, and we're able to, you know, see things from all aspects and continue to grow the brand. Ever since, I think we are one of the very respected music families in the country, as you know, the guy and the wife and the kids and the music, and it's inspiring to a lot of people. We do get messages, I get messages, and it keeps us on our toes to continue to be a light. You know, we are not, definitely cannot play God. God plays in us. Therefore, I think that once you find peace and you find love, these are the best things that you can work with to be able to grow and develop. So I'm thankful for the support that she, you know, and from the fans, beautiful. From everybody from Ghana. And I really have to say thanks to all the chairmen and senior men who found my number to even call me to congratulate me. It inspires me. It makes me know that I'm doing something that is worthy of Ghana, from Ghana. But for me, everybody knows on that stage, I think I was the only or one of the people that came with the act and represented Ghana and came with the flag. Everywhere I go, I saw something this morning say, but why they love Ghana like that? Ghana way, I'm like, I can't reply, but I read it. And it gives me the information that there are still some people who have given up, like we find a lot of people traveling out, We know the system is not easy, but I cannot not be a Ghanaian. I may be here right now. I don't know who of us here can never be a Ghanaian, even if they get the opportunity to become another citizen elsewhere. So it's only us that can make it better for us.
Yes, indeed. He didn't hear that.
So that's the kind of inspiration I move with when I'm doing all these works, because in my own way, this is how I can be the Kwame Nkrumah for Ghana. This is how I can be the Kufuors, the Rawlinses for Ghana. This is, you know what I'm saying?
You know, we have a lovely surprise for you before we even get into your works for the rest of the year, so we can wrap up. Stonebwoy, if we can go in, if we can get some of you fans.
You guys come around.
AJ, Master Ghazi, please come. Please come. Which song, who is the singer beyond Stonebwoy? Today he's not well, so he's not singing.
I beg you, I'm well.
So you go sing. So who's going to sing for us? Yes. So we're going to cut a cake, and I need to say thank you to Nis Cakes at Abeka, Accra. In fact, you can find them on social media, NIS_cakes_N_more. So let's try and get in. Stonebwoy, get in the middle.
Yes.
Some of you can come this way.
Thank you.
Which of Stonebwoy songs do we want to sing as we cut this cake? Oh, Master Gazi, come. You are.
No, you have to be.
No, don't worry about me. So this is such a beautiful cake.
So a big thank you to Nice Cakes. Nice Cakes.
Oh, it's nice.
Nice Cakes
Okay.
and More. So Nice Cakes and More, located in Abeka. They have done the most beautiful cake with all your big moments, especially on the night, as well, showing Artiste of the Year 2024.
All right.
So shall we?
Yes. Who's singing? Here we go.
In the name of God the Father,
Okay.
the Son, and God the Holy Spirit.
Amen.
Amen.
Well, let's go. Congratulations, Stonebwoy.
Congratulations.
This is to celebrate you. And as we wrap up on this conversation, let us know what are you working on for the rest of the year?
We're working on a lot of things to come. We're working on, I think I have to say it here and now, and may God make it happen. We have a few artists we're going to be signing up, you know.
Okay.
It's going to be a different, like when he mentioned it, I felt like, okay, because he's going to be working with us. So we're hoping to grow more people. You know, we've done it before, we've always done it. We've always supported people behind the scenes, in front of the scenes, and now we want to actually get it going. Beam Nation next generation. So when you hear BNNG, you know that there are some sharp tooths that are ready to take on the world as well, and we'll need your support, like he's saying. Technically, physically, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, I believe that we are already halfway, and we are going to continue to seal it all up so that we can have, you know, Ghana also prosper and progress in that likeness. And then shout outs to some of my people that I have to, tonight, because it's actually I've not done anything. The whole time I've been trying to get better. Tonight I'm inviting everybody to the Ace, you know, Ace nightclub. Come out there. It's going to be celebratory vibes. So come out in your numbers. Let's get it. It's going to be nice. We're going to have like some celebration out there. Thank you. And shout outs to my godfathers, my big brother, shout out to my big sister, my sisters, my brother, my mom, my dad. Sometimes, you know, I hardly say this one, so I have to, you know, and shout outs to my fan base, my wifey, she's watching, I believe. Shout outs to everybody, especially my people from the Volta. I know you guys are so proud of, you know.
Thank you.
So, don't know, big up to the fan base, everybody. And have I forgotten anybody? Know that I have you at heart. Let's continue to push support. We have a new single coming out on Friday. It's called Your Body.
Your Body.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, that song is supposed to actually tell women that we love them, and then the beauty standards, you are your beauty standard. Don't watch any other beauty standards. That's what I'm trying to say.
I like that you spoke to us directly. We love it. Stonebwoy, thank you so much. Kobe Che, good morning to you. I wish I could ask you a question, but we have to wrap up at this point because we have a punditry discussion.
I wish I could share this cake right here.
Let's do it. Beam Nation, come. And we have a punditry conversation coming up with AJ. Don't go anywhere.